Okay, now let's talk about one of my favorite parts of this tool, ArbiSource. And this is what we call a custom scan. And remember, we have all these stores in here that we can use from ArbiSource that we could already scan the store to find potential deals, to map ASINs. There's a lot of ways to handle this. But what if there's a store that I want to, source that is not in this list? Well, that's what I'm going to demo for you right now. I like this site because I tested it, Murdoch's, to demonstrate this on. And I don't actually have any replens from here, so don't think it's a great source by any stretch. I was interested in it for a while, but it just didn't work out. So on Murdoch's, okay, they have a lot. It's like a country store, right? They have like stuff for farm and ranch and home and kitchen and cars and all that kind of stuff, tools and hardware. And so what I did was I came into hand tools and I want to shop all the hand tools. And when I get to this page, I can see that there are 620 results. This is about the level I need to be at for most of these automated sourcing tools in terms of what my URL looks like up here in the address bar. And so once I'm on the page that I want to scan, this is a category that is hand tools. I'm not in the subcategory of each of these. I can scan all of these from this one page. So I'm going to use this little plugin up here. It looks like a shopping cart. It's really faint. But when I click on this, because I just did it, it says, oh, we already detected a session, so I'll start a new one. Most of the time, if it's a new site for you, it's going to pop up and say you don't have a configuration for the site. Do you want to make one? And assume that it says that. But I'm going to walk you through what that looks like here. You basically, when you click on make one, you get these selections. And all we're doing is we're going to point out, these are little targets, where the product title exists, where the product price exists, where the second product title for a second sample exists, how to get to the next page. If the brand name is displayed, where do we find the brand name? If the UPC is on the listing, whether it has an in-stock or out-of-stock, and yeah, those are the last things, right? So if you've been around for a while and you tried the bot sourcing or bot scraping, like me, you probably experienced like, that's a pretty nerdy adventure, geeky. You got to kind of geek out on that. What ArbiSource has done is made it super simple. Anybody can do this. It's really simple. So what I'll do is just walk through this with you. Here's the product title. I'm just going to click it. And notice as I hover over different parts of the listing, it's highlighting different parts. Okay? And so right now we're looking for the product title. So the product title is the description that we see here, right? That's the title of the product. So I will select that. Then it wants to know where's the product price. Now these are interesting because price and cart is not the same thing as this $3.99. At least I don't think it is. I select $3.99 and it's going to skip over these ones that don't have an actual value in that same field. And so I think we might be able to select the same thing, but where it's not a value, a numerical value, it's just going to bring back no price. It wants an example for the second product title, and then it wants to know how to get to the next page. So with the next page, I'm just going to scroll to the bottom and look for the little caret that points to the right. This one right here. Don't pick page 2, right? Because it'll be looking for page 2, but once you're on page 2, it'll just stay stuck there. So use the little forward button right here. Now we've got all the required ones filled out. With this site, we can include also the brand name because that's on every listing that they have here. And so, but what we don't have is the EAN or UPC. I did notice an in-stock or out-of-stock notification, but it was over the top of the picture, and so I was unable to select it. So these are really the 4 is all we need, and I added the brand name as a 5th. And I'll hit continue. And what this is going to do is do a test scrape of this first page and come back and give us some results. And we're getting some warning messages here. There are 13 missing prices. And this is on those listings that that didn't, where it said, see price and cart, So we can't actually see the price on this page. We have to go to the cart. This tool is not going to do that, at least not yet. So you're going to have to be okay with less than perfect here. And so just as a sample, we scroll this page and we're getting prices for most things. We got 99 products on this page. 13 of them didn't have prices. Okay, good enough for me. So I will go ahead and click continue. Now, there's two ways that you can try and scrape a source. You can have the main, like hub of ArbiSource application try and do it, or you can do it with the extension. This is going to be the most efficient way to do it as far as ArbiSource is concerned, not necessarily as far as I'm concerned, because this is the best option for most users, but it may not be available for all sites. If it's not a well-known site, then it's probably not going to work. I've tried more than a handful, and I couldn't get the scrape with ArbiSource to work on any of them. But the scrape with extension works every time. And so that's what I am going to use here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on scrape with extension. And then this is important right here. Okay. If you remember on the reverse sourcing video that I did, when every single result that you upload, every single ASIN that you upload and it matches to is downloadable for you. Okay. With this particular tool, it is not. In fact, the only matching products you'll be able to see are the ones that appear shoppable or buyable because of profit potential. And so what I need to do here is I'm going to change this to no filters and 50% discount. And this is then going to show me all of the ASINs all the products with a 50% discount compared to the price on Amazon, which is usually going to be almost exactly half price. These guys are priced almost exactly the same as Amazon across the board, Amazon listings, that is. So if I show 50% discount, then a $20 product is going to show that I can buy it for $10. I can't. The truth is that I can't, but I can at least see the lead. And then I can bring that lead into my leads database, whether that is 3P Mercury or Replan Dashboard or Cheddarsoft or whatever it is. Because all I really need is the source link and the ASIN. And with those two things, I'm bridging the gap between an ASIN on Amazon and a trusted authorized distributor. So if the price isn't right when I am looking at it, that's fine. I really just want to see the match. And so I do have a request into ArbiSource to add this for a custom scan, where we'd be able to just export it, because you'll see when we get to the results, we can't export it. We have to choose 1Z, 2Z on this. Okay, but I'm going to do this as a 50% discount, and I'm going to start the scrape. And this is going to go through, and remember there were 600 products here roughly. And it's going 620, and it's going to do page by page by page until it gets to the end. And I'm just going to pause the video while it's catching up. All right, we're getting towards the end here. Okay, 601 products it scanned in total. And by the way, I've done this like 3 times, and it's been a different number every time. So this is the way that the inventory on the source site is changing. Like what they have available is changing, I wouldn't say by the minute, because I've been messing with it for a couple of hours, not continuously. I had to step away and then I came back. So now that I have all these 601, I'm going to go ahead and send them to ArbiSource, and then ArbiSource is going to try and match these products to known ASINs on Amazon. So I'm going to send them, and then I'm going to head over to ArbiSource to view the scan. And here's the custom scan. It's currently queued. I'm waiting in line for everything to process. And now we're starting the scan, and you'll see the store products number increase. And this is a great time to go, refill your coffee or tea or get a Coke or something like that, so that you're not sitting here watching it, because it inevitably takes longer while you're watching it. And we can see it's continuing to match products on Amazon, and then it's showing me the number of results that are within filters. Okay, within filters is why I changed that 50% purchasing discount on the front side, because with this type of scan, if it doesn't show up within filters, you won't be able to see it. And this is like over here when we did the reverse scan in the previous video, we could download and get all of the matching store products, even if it wasn't within the filter. Today, I mean right now with this custom scan, we can't do that, but we can see the results within filters, and so that's why I created that 50% discount. So interesting that even with a 50% discount, we couldn't match all the 542 products, only 410. And so what I'm going to do is click on the 410, and this is going to bring up everything that it thinks was a match, and it's sorting them by score, right, from the best deals to the not great deals. And you can set custom scoring in here. There's weighting for different score metrics, and so you can, like I changed mine to no weight on the profitability because I didn't care about that. More weight on the matching because I do care about that. So, but anyway, you see what's happening here is here's the Murdoch's place. Here's the actual price, $39.99, and here's the 50% off price. So if I am going to add these products to my database, I need to go ahead and double what the discount price is. And as we scroll this list, you can see there's probably not going to be any that work for me in terms of they're immediately a test item for me. But as I said before, whether it's profitable now, next month, next year, whatever, we're playing the long game here. We're not playing I need to make $1 million next week. So this is just a great way to build your database of viable ASINs, and I hope you get good value out of this.